want to walk through some of the features, the different things that these Google, or we can't call them Google glasses. We'll edit that. They're Envision glasses, right?
Yeah.
What do they do?
The thing that it's most used for is to read text, right? That's one of the most like revelatory things for me as a sighted person, because when you think about it, like every single thing around you is text, like the UI on your phone screen, on your computer screen, the stuff that you see around you, the products, every single piece of information out there in the visual world is text. And I realized how important it is for people to be able to read text from any printed surface possible, right? Imagine like it could be a curved surface like a Coke can or a water bottle, right? So we started to focus on building computer vision tech that could really read pretty much any printed surface or any kind of text possible, regardless of the font, regardless of it. So that's what the Envision glasses does really, really well. So if you are someone who is trying to read a handwritten document, like, if you have cursive handwriting, we put a lot of effort into, making the AI really good at reading cursive handwriting. Or if you are reading, stuff from a curved surface, or if you're trying to read a multi-language document. So the glasses are really good at reading text, and that's what people mostly use it for. Like, almost 80% of our users, or 80% of the glasses usage is focused on reading text. And with reading text, there are two parts. One is being able to scan a piece of text, correctly without, and the second thing is understanding the layout of the text itself. Because if you're a sighted person and you're wearing a glasses that have cameras on them, right, you can know more or less where to hold the document and take a picture. But if you are someone who's visually impaired and you have no concept of sight ever since you were born, right? How do you really guide them to take a best possible picture with the glasses, right? So we focused a lot on building AI that guides a user on how to take a picture of a document and automatically capture it for them when the document or the book is fully in frame. The second thing is, documents or any piece of text has a lot to do with the layout of the information. Like, for example, if you're reading a magazine article, right? A magazine article or newspaper article has columns in them. Now, if you just pass that particular image to a regular OCR engine, it just reads everything from left to right. It has no concept of what is a column, right? What's a magazine article? What's a newspaper article? What's a table? So we had to build a lot of intelligence into recognizing the layout of a document and reading it in the exact manner as intended, right? So if you're reading a magazine article, the OCR engine should understand that it contains columns, so it needs to read the columns correctly instead of reading it just left to right. If you're reading a letter which doesn't contain columns and it's just regular text, it needs to read it out in the correct fashion. So reading text is one big aspect of it. The second thing is recognizing faces. So we had to figure out a way to allow users to teach faces of their friends or family members with the glasses. So once you teach the glasses that, okay, this is Joel, anytime you're in the frame, it can speak, your name. It can also, we're also working on a feature where it can tell you like how far you are and so on, like, right? So recognizing faces is one thing. Recognizing objects is also another aspect of it, because there are so many objects in your everyday life that visually impaired people use. So we worked a lot on improving the object recognition capability of it. And so that is another aspect. And the last part is the video calling feature. And that was actually the most surprising thing, because when we built the video calling feature, we thought, okay, people already use FaceTime, they use WhatsApp. Like, what's the whole, like, I mean, we thought people would like using this, but so far, ever since October 2020, when we shipped the first pair of glasses, till this date, like June 2022, there have been more than 70,000 minutes of video calling that happened through the glasses. So people absolutely love this feature. They make video calls every single day from the glasses. That's when we realized how crucial this whole hands-free thing was, because people use it to, like, for example, help them fill out their tax forms. They call a friend or a family member and help fill out forms online. Or if they're trying to go ahead and cook something, right? They call a friend or a family member and just ask them questions on, oh, am I adding the right amount of salt? Or can you read out this thing to me? And wherever the AI cannot really help, or wherever the AI fails, humans can step in and fill in the gap. And so That's what it is. And of course, there are other features as well. Like you can recognize currency with the glasses. You can detect the amount of light in the room. You can go ahead and like detect colors. So there are all these other things, but primarily focused on reading, recognizing faces, objects, and the video calling.